Assalamu alaikum. Topic today will be discussing is teeth whitening. Definitely, it's a multi-billion dollar industry now. The causes, first of all, we go and discuss some causes. The causes of the tooth discoloration may be pulp or interpulpal hemorrhage, they may be isolated tooth discoloration, or they may be generalized tooth discoloration, like enamel discoloration, enamel maybe because of the development defects, dental caries, extensive enamel stains, age-related due to thinning and chipping of the enamel. Maybe some hypoplastic defects as well. What causes the tooth to discolor? Dentine discoloration, maybe something wrong with the dentine, systemic medications or age-related problems. What causes the tooth to discolored? You can also classify the stains as extrinsic as well as extrinsic. Nature of the stains. Stains are basically high molecular weight and more complex organic molecule that reflects more light. They are directly pigmented organic molecules are composed of carbon ring structure with unsaturated carbon double bond. When you use hydrogen peroxide, usually we use for bleaching or you can say whitening. This is basically an oxidizing agent. It converts these stains into low molecular weight and less complex molecule that reflects less light non-pigmented carbon structure with saturated carbon bonds. So there's a chemical chain. The stain will remain inside the tooth, but it reflects very light color. So it becomes very light. So we use hydrogen peroxide that yields oxygen and water. You can use carbamide peroxide. So types of bleaching we say is a vital bleaching and non-vital bleaching. Vital bleaching in vital tooth it may be in the dental clinics, it may be outside dental clinics. Non-vital bleaching is basically it's inside the tooth. It usually we do in a necrotic tooth. Indications: the patient is dissatisfied with the tooth color, age-related discolorations, and traumatized tooth. Contraindication like superficial stains and extensive stains, we have different like we can use microabrasion for that. Hypersensitive teeth with children with large pulse horns and pulp teeth with cracks. Avoid in pregnant and lactating movements. Allergy to the bleaching agent and bleaching and compound the same day. So techniques. In office bleaching, we are supposed to use 35 to 35, sometimes 40% hydrogen peroxide. Pre-operative shade selection is very important. Rubber dam, or you can see other ways of isolation as well. Gel activated by different methods like dental curing lights, special equipments, or sometimes you use lasers as well. Sometimes you get two appointments, sometimes you need multiple appointments. You can see the results are good. Always have vitamin E in your clinic. Sometimes there is a spillage of hydrogen peroxide, maybe in the cheek, the lips as well. There was an incident of some patient referred to me. So it's always have vitamin E in your clinic as well. You can see complete isolation of the rubber dam, the activation of the light, and then the results. The other method is the home techniques with customized trays. You're supposed to take the impression of the patient with made a customized trays with spacing, and you can use 10% carbamide peroxide. This is the spacing, so the patient once put this bleaching agent, it will remain inside the near the tooth. Okay, it's a well adapted bleaching tray, and this is a post of result. So non-vital bleaching is usually we do in single, you can say tooth, necrotic tooth. Well, we have single tooth with necrotic pulp. Once you do the root canal treatment completed, you can use walking patient active with hydrogen peroxide plus sodium perborate. With you are supposed to remove 2 to 3 millimeter of the observation materials covered with some materials, and isolation is also is important. You're not supposed to do etching. Let the cotton palette soak with bleaching agent, close it, and recall the patient after a week. You can see the results. Sometimes work uh, surprisingly well. Alternative bleaching is microabrasion. Extensive stains usually covered with microabrasion should be dealt with microabrasion. It removes, it's a physical change. When we talk about bleaching, bleaching is a chemical change. When you talk about microabrasion, is a physical change. It's removed superficial 222 to 27 micrometer of enamel, white or brown spots or surface roughness. Usually we use for this We use microabrasion, 18% HCl plus pure base. Rubber dam isolation is important. Rubber cup and a slow speed hand piece, and sometimes you need fluoride application later. So the results are very good for extensive stains. Sometimes you are supposed to use fine diamonds or carbide finishing burrs in low speed with light pressure, known as macro abrasion, and you can see the results for macro abrasion as well. So therefore, about whitening, the bleaching, the micro abrasion, as well as macro abrasion. Thank you very much for your time. Take care. Allah.